What's up, everybody? We are live. Welcome back to another episode of The Guys of Texas, recapping taking Oklahoma behind the woodshed again. Texas wins 23-6. Before we get into the game, I want to go over a couple things. Last Stand Hats. Make sure you go to laststandhats.com. Use promo code The Guys for 20% off your hat purchase. You can get the Jax, the JAX hat on there. You can also get the Man Series. They have the Doodles. They got all kinds of stuff on there. Go to laststandhats.com. Use promo code The Guys for 20% off. Also want to thank Fieldhouse for hosting us in Cedar Park last night or yesterday evening into the night. Thank you guys so much for having us out there. For those of you that did miss it, we went live on TikTok, and we're probably going to do it again, so make sure you're following us on TikTok. But if you missed that, you missed quite a show. It was a great time. I went back and watched some of the video from yesterday, and there is clip gold all through there. So a lot of Jono doing this to the mic and just like that was 90% of it, and it was fantastic. We thoroughly enjoyed it. So so yes, yeah, I don't know how you did it. Props to you. That would have driven me out of Sober October immediately. But you survived. Yeah. Yes. Exactly. This man brought shots and then started pouring. Someone else didn't want to take a shot, I guess, and then he just started pouring that shot into the rest of ours, and then it all went downhill, and it was great. We thoroughly enjoyed that game. Of course, any time that you get to not allow Oklahoma to score any touchdowns for the second straight time that we play Oklahoma, third out of the last 4 times we've played Oklahoma, these guys don't know how to play football. Why are they even ranked? Yeah, the one question. Well, we had a couple question marks, but Wisner was going to be a big question mark for us because we thought he got hurt with his hamstring again the week before, and that was not the case. I think he had 95, 94 rushing yards on 22 carries, averaged 4.3 a carry. I mean, it was huge. The offensive line stepped up. Arch had manageable third downs after the first couple drives. I mean, there was sometimes at the beginning of that game, there were Texas is just here we go again with the penalties. The offensive line is moving. There's holdings. Like there was one time I think we had 3 or 4 first down plays in a row just because, and we didn't move the ball. We just moved it forward and backwards, back and forth. But the penalties killed us at the beginning, but they cleaned that up pretty quickly. Texas just the manageable third downs and being able to do that. Can't hear Jono. I can hear you. If, you know what? That's probably it.
TJ.
Couldn't hear both of y'all.
Oh,
Oh, really?
Yeah, this is cool. I'm
Had us on
tired.
mute from the
Had
intro.
had the desktop on mute. We can go back. We can go back.
We're still in it.
Okay, fine.
We have to go back.
Look at I'm recovering from yesterday's antics. There we go. It's got to be nope nothing. What do you mean nope nothing? They're here now. I know they're here now. Maybe he's just a little. There it is. There it is. Now he's there. Okay. Yes. Yes. I hit my mic. My mic was working the whole time, but the desktop audio was not going, so you guys weren't. But we're here. We're doing it live. But yeah, no. As far as the just the way that the offensive line stepped up, the way that Weisner, like we were able to run the ball, like that was huge for us, and that's just it's just big for. You said it was a surprise to see the defense that we had. For me, the bigger surprise was the defense we saw last week. Like we know this is the defense we have, and this is the defense that showed up against Ohio State. They needed a get right game. I think Florida it was just a one off. I don't know if they were looking ahead to this game or what, but it was domination again. And Oklahoma had chances to score touchdowns. I mean, they were in the red zone and just couldn't put it together. And I love it every single time.
I mean, yeah, when we played Florida, there was just no juice. We've talked about it multiple times, but like the energy level of our team was not there. And can you sustain the energy that you brought out to Red River? Probably not the same level, but can you not bring that intensity or 90% of that intensity to other games? Because Florida they didn't have it, and I don't know what Sark was able to do during the bye week or during the week of practice to get it out of him, but they got to keep rolling with that.
Yeah, I think looking at what we talked about on last Sunday was the things that we were calling out were the team leaders, the defense, and our offensive line. And I think you saw all three of those show up in a big way in this game. Offensive line didn't play a perfect game, but Arch had time to throw the ball when he was back there. They opened up running lanes. I mean, we sit there and grilled Weisner for sure the last couple podcasts, but that dude was a workhorse yesterday, and he was grinding, man. It was fun to watch us actually have a run game. But yeah, just seeing the team leader step up. Obviously, we see how big for the defense Muhammad is. That dude played a fantastic game. The best game I've seen him play as a Longhorn for sure. It just shows that he's really the X factor of our defense back there. And when he's in there, I just feel like everybody plays better. So, dude, it was just one of those games where it finally felt like we had a complete game across the board. And I know we mentioned it in the live, but TJ shouting out Niblet in the pregame, and that being the biggest X factor of the game on that punt return, which I hadn't really seen him get up to full speed like that before.
Correct.
That dude can move. It takes him a little while to get up to that full speed, but dude, once he crossed midfield, he was moving along that sideline. But dude, it was a blast to watch. It was good to see the coaches switch, and kind of pivot at halftime on some things, and everything that they did totally worked. And obviously that's a lot of fun to watch as a fan.
Yeah, that second half performance was so dominant. I rewatched the game this morning, and first half was still like, I mean, it just was fuzzy from a day, 24 hours lag. But I was like watching the first half, I'm like, man, this was a slow start. It was kind of rough to begin with. Man, that second half was just so dominant, and that Oklahoma, just like the entire presence of the Oklahoma team, you just saw it drain within probably 2 possessions. And I mean, that's what you want to see your defense do to any team, and it was pretty awesome that it could happen this week.
Well, my big thing is Sark didn't force anything. Like those first few possessions, like we're 3rd and 22, we're third in a long ways in a couple different drives, and Sark didn't force the issue. He just allowed Arch to be able to get those dump plays off, get a couple more yards, punt the ball, not put Arch in a bad position to turn the ball over. To be honest, like that was a huge part of that first half of making those play calls and kind of laying down the sword for a minute and saying, okay, we're not going to get anywhere on this drive. Let's run this. If we get past somehow and make a breakout play, then great. But we're not going to do anything that's going to shoot ourselves in the foot and give Oklahoma the field position. Like that was key to the first half of being able to be within striking distance from where we were. Like that was a big part of this game. And Arch looked great. Like people are showing that clip of the sideline pass to, I believe it was Livingstone. It was a dime, like right on the edge where he caught the ball and then steps on the sideline. The play right before that, he threw a dime to Mosley, and Mosley had in his hands and just dropped it. Like Arch was accurate for most of that game, and I'm super excited to see. I mean, he only had 166 passing yards on 21 completions, 27 attempts. We had an 89 QBR, but that defense is good still. Oklahoma's defense is good. Their offense is exactly what we thought it was, but their defense is good. And the fact that we were able to rush the ball 138 yards against this elite pass rushing defense, or sorry, the elite rushing defense, like that's great for us. We're in a step in the right directions because we couldn't run the ball at all during Florida, and so I think this is a team that we're expected to see for the rest of the year. I think when we start playing like Kentucky and such, they'll open up the passing game a little bit more. You'll see that against Mississippi State as well. But for games like this where we know the defense is good on both sides of the ball, I think these are the type of games that we're going to end up winning. And the next time I think we actually see it, Vanderbilt a little bit will be a closer game like this, I think. And then Georgia would be the next time that we see a very low-scoring game like we had here. This is what the Texas identity is right now, in my opinion, though, is the defense. And the offense is clicking, and they will get there. But they just got to score 3 to 4 touchdowns, in my opinion, and let the defense do what they got to do.
Dude, Georgia's looking so beatable. It was wild yesterday. The whole first half of that game was wild.
I was staring at ticket prices.
I think a lot of teams in the country look very beatable right now.
Mm-hmm.
I think Ohio State is the clear number one right now, but I think you look across the board and it's like, dude, some of these top teams are going to take losses for sure here down the stretch. I think we're going to see a lot of 1-2 loss teams coming into the playoffs. So, dude, it was fun to watch yesterday though. Like we said in the pregame, I feel like all of us kind of strangely had a confidence going into this game where we were like, this team's backed up into against a corner right now, and we believed that they were going to come out and respond, and they did exactly what we thought they were capable of doing, which was huge because obviously this was what we felt like was a turning point on the season. If you lose this game, you may lose the locker room a little bit. So for them to come out and respond the way they did and have that dominant second half was like a lot of fun to watch. It really was. And I'm hopeful for the rest of the season for sure because I think we have the pieces. It's just putting it all together.
I was up in Dallas before the game, obviously, and Jordan, who's an A&M fan, was talking to me. He's like, "Dude, I think y'all are gonna win this game. If y'all don't, I'm just letting you know, this is the end for Sark." And I was like, "Really?" After everything, he's like, "Well, it might not happen immediately, but this is the beginning of the end." I just kept sitting there. I was like, "All right, dude, all right." But we don't have to go down that path, thankfully.
I mean, we don't because, coming from a team that literally pays a man, $90 million as a buyout to sit at home and do nothing, like, they're just hoping that we have to make a mistake. And I think Sark's buyout's like 45. Like, it's half the price, So even if that were to happen, like, we're getting a discount on there. Yes, buddy. Love your Buckeyes. We know. We know.
What do you do with Buckeyes?
Yeah, well,
John, what do you do about
I think I'll pull the clip. Don't worry. I'll pull that clip.
Yeah,
Don't worry.
I'm not sure about that one.
Yeah. That's for TikTok only. Okay. That talk is for TikTok only.
Speaking of buyouts, I don't know if you saw that, but it's official that Franklin is out at Penn State.
What?
Yeah, Just about 15-20 minutes ago, it became official, a $67 million buyout.
And so it begins.
He's gone.
You remember last week when you clowns were like, "No, dude, there's no way they're going to get rid of him."
Well, I didn't think they'd lose to Northwestern.
Well, I didn't either, but at the same time, he was already out the door, in my opinion.
Video of him walking back in the tunnel last night.
Yes, dude, they were killing him, dude. Killing him. To be fair, Sark loses that. Sark gets slaughtered in that game. Like, it would take a lot. Like, we'd have to lose by how many we beat them by Oklahoma by 49-0 4 years ago. So it would take that in order for Texas to get to that level. But Texas fans can get there too. But Penn State just they've been dealing with that for years now. Like they just.
I mean, after Northwestern, I thought it would become a possibility. I did not think they would just fire him right now. That's wild.
I mean, you lose Northwestern.
I mean, I get it. I'm just shocked.
What's the quarterback's name too? For Penn State, is it Allar? Is that how you say his name?
Aller.
apparently he got injured and is going to be out the rest of the season.
Oh yeah, so there's more
as
losses
well.
coming anyways.
So it's like I think they knew that like hey, we're down our starting quarterback now too. More losses are coming. That's crazy.
Talking about coaches losing their job, what do you think the likelihood is that Oklahoma doesn't win another game the rest of the season?
Nah, I think that's as much as I
South
hate
Carolina,
Oklahoma.
Ole Miss, Tennessee,
Ole Miss.
Alabama,
Hold on, let's pump the brakes here.
Missouri, and LSU.
Oh, okay. So
I know Ole Miss stumbled, but I'm just saying these are all bang
correct.
matchups.
Correct. I would say the back
There
end.
is a chance that they don't win another game this season.
That is correct. The Ole Miss one, I mean, Ole Miss, I don't think should be ranked in the top 5 now, but that's just my opinion. Which, by the way, that should be coming out if it's not already. We'll, when it does
actually,
break, we will find it.
Just Googling it right now. It actually is, I believe, out. Let's see.
Week 8 rankings released.
It is official.
There it is. Ole Miss is number 5.
Number 5.
21.
So we have Ohio State at number 1, obviously. You got Miami number 2, Indiana at 3, which is crazy.
Wow.
How do you put A&M underneath Indiana? I just don't understand. But that's the way the cookie crumbles. A&M's number 4. Ole Miss rolls in at number 5. Any other? Bama 6. Tech is up at 7. Oregon stays at. Oregon only drops to 8. Like, that's a little wild to me. Georgia at 9, LSU 10, Tennessee. Look at all the SEC teams in here, dude.
Yep.
Oklahoma drops to 14. Texas is at 21.
Texas at 21.
SEC teams in right now. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I see 10 SEC teams in there right now. Yeah. I see Texas at 21. I see Vanderbilt at 17.
Vandy. I didn't see Vandy.
Yeah, which that's what, 2 weeks from now.
Yep.
So
2 or 3 weeks.
I mean, we've got Kentucky next week, and then we have Ole Miss or Mississippi State the next week, and then we have finally a home game again. I can't believe we still got 2 more weeks before we have a home game. Talk about that soft schedule last year. I mean, I'm still being told Texas has the easiest SEC schedule across the board, which seems wild to me, but okay. The fact that we don't play a home game in the entire month of October is crazy.
That's crazy.
I don't care who it is, but yeah.
Did you see the stat that was Arch's first win as a starting quarterback away from DKR?
Yep. First SEC win. No, not first SEC win. Mississippi State was his first SEC win last year.
Yeah, last year.
But I mean, I am the Arch is where I thought he would be at the beginning of the year. Like he's starting to figure it out now. Arch is not fantastic. Let's just be perfectly clear here. He's still got stuff to work on. We all know that. But he is definitely becoming the quarterback that we're expecting. And it's only going to get better next year. I mean, look at Marcel Reed at A&M. He was not great last year. And now he's starting to turn it around. He's able to control that offense. And I think you're going to see the exact same thing with Arch next year. So, and this year is still in play. I think he still can. I mean, I don't know where this Heisman race is now. Like, I guess they're just going to give it to either Sayan or Jeremiah Smith because they don't play anybody else. Even though they didn't do anything really against Texas. The Heisman race has got to be the most questionable thing this year that it's been in a very long time.
And Ty Simpson should be getting into that conversation.
Correct.
Yeah, he's been balling.
Yeah, I didn't expect that out of him. That Mizzou Alabama game was really good. Came down to the last drive for Missouri, and they ended up throwing an interception. Thank God, because I was not about to sit there and watch overtime football instead of the Texas OU game. So, but back to the Texas game. I just want to take this time and let all the Texas fans that decided that they want to get pissed off last week and give up on the season in the 4 minutes before halftime last week, and then do a score prediction, CJ Vogel, that says Oklahoma's going to win, and then sit on the field after the game and be like, hand up, that's on me. Shut up. Like, you covered Texas sports. Like, you quite literally turned into the worst Texas fan there is, and are feeding all of these Texas fans that are T-shirt fans, if you will. I can't stand it anymore. Like, I was, like, cool with it for a little bit before all that stuff happened, but what he's doing right now is like, dude, like, you cover this football team. Like, you've got to be... They're not going to be on your side when they start seeing, hey, CJ Vogel's putting out there that we're going to lose 28-14. Like, I'm not doing an interview with him if I'm a player. Like, it's not going to happen. So, yeah. I just, there's also Orange Bloods is out there putting out random stuff. Like, I don't understand how, like, we can't make trades like the NFL does. You can't go find offensive linemen in the middle of the season. So just dance with who brought you and enjoy the show. Like, I enjoyed that game last night thoroughly because I went in going, hey, I want to root for my team. We're going to win this football game. Not going, this is going to suck. And then halfway through trying to figure out, like, okay, do I want to put my heart back in it? Yes, this is what you do. You put your heart in a football team and you just enjoy the ride. It's not going to always go your way. But when you do enjoy the ride, this is what happens. You get to enjoy, a huge win again against Oklahoma, who sucks.
What a win.
They suck so bad, dude. Their defense is okay, but their offense. Why would you? And we talked about this yesterday. Why would you make that kid go on the field and play quarterback with a hurt thumb? Like, it just doesn't make any sense.
I mean, I don't know. I like I said before, I've put it on John Mateer. I assume he's pleading and proving that he's capable, and I'd put it on him. I imagine the coaches were weighing the line, and he was just like, "Dude, I'm good. Let me in." And yeah,
but at some point you got to let common sense take. Like, the coach is quite literally the decision maker, and so
I mean, I can't say that he necessarily performed as well as he did previously, but do you think it really factored in that much to his game? It didn't seem like he was in pain throwing
bleeding on the field. He was bleeding all over his jersey. I don't know where the blood came from, but I mean, he clearly was wincing. I mean, we want to send pictures of Arch wincing. Like, let's get the pictures of Mateer, because there was plenty of them. Saw it the whole game. Yeah. To me, it's just selfish. Like, this kid could be very good, and you just put him in a bad situation, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think even if he was 100% healthy, he's shown his entire career whenever he gets pressured, he makes mistakes.
Yep.
And that was obviously the case where Texas was extremely aggressive on their blitz, mainly throughout the whole second half. I mean, I feel like it was probably 60% of the time that we were blitzing or bringing an extra man somewhere, and him getting pressured, he had just bad throws, bad decision making. That wasn't his thumb causing that. That was just throwing off his back foot or throwing with pressure in his face. Like, he's shown all year whenever he's played teams that can actually get to him that if you can pressure him, he makes mistakes. So, but yeah, he shouldn't have been out there at the end of the day. Like, it's just, he didn't need to play that game, and then there's no telling how much that's going to set him back going into the next few games, because you would think that dude's hurting today.
Yeah, definitely.
So, I mean, we talked a little bit about the defense, but I do want to send some praise here specifically. So, total tackles, 9, Michael Taft. Michael Taft, especially that first half, was all over the place and making open field tackles. Like, that man, he had 1 sack on the game. He won 1 tackle for a loss. Texas total defense sacks had 5 against Oklahoma. They had 7 tackles for loss. Oklahoma ended up having 1 sack and 12 tackles for loss on their side of the ball.
Last week, I felt like we called out like 4 players. It was Taft, Simmons, Ethan Burke, and Wisner.
Correct.
3 out of the 4 showed up. We need Ethan Burke to step it up, but
yeah.
I was so happy to see Taft flying around, just being involved everywhere.
Michael Taft, 9 tackles, 7 solos. Anthony Hill, 7 total tackles, 4 solo tackles. Colin Simmons, this one's the big one for me. 5 total tackles, 3 solo, 2.5 sacks. That's the Colin Simmons we wanted. And that, I mean, it was a big play in the game. Brad Spence with a sack. And then Lance Jackson with a half sack. Like that, the defense, man, when they're on, they're tough. They're tough. And also one other guy. Who's the other guy we want to call out there, Jono? There's one guy that we haven't talked about yet on the defensive side, who did not play last week. Did not play last week. Had 2 gigantic interceptions.
Yeah, like we were saying, Malik Muhammad, dude, just game changer back there. Having him on the field is just night and day difference with this secondary, man. The way he's able to read Mateer's eyes that entire game. He came off of his guy a couple of times to make the interception or to make the hit, whatever it may be. Just his ability and his IQ is huge, man. This guy's going to be a day one draft pick before too long. So, dude, him playing this game was absolutely huge. The secondary in general was insane. But just kind of going through it, man, like Littleton, seeing the way that he's progressed this season, I feel like he makes a play every single game we watch. So having a young guy like that kind of waiting in the wings that you know is going to step up and be a huge leader for us coming into next year, it's so much fun to watch as well, to see him on the other side of the ball from Muhammad.
Anything else on defense, Seth?
I mean, yeah, all of our defensive backs didn't seem like there was really anything executed outside of just quick slants. Like the deep ball wasn't working; everybody was sticking tight. Malik Muhammad is just such a great presence. Like I'm kind of equating him to Littleton, like with their success in their freshman season campaigns, and like seeing Littleton grow into that's going to be really exciting because Muhammad's going to be gone after this year. But yeah, I was just stoked the entire time to watch us finally have a pass rush that was effective, with them bringing different variations every single time, and getting to see Simmons actually do what he does. That's all I want out of that defense: sticky DB coverage and pressure on the quarterback, and it was great.
Yeah, last for me is special teams. I talked about that at the beginning, before the game. And even to the point of like pump protection and all that, we didn't give up any big plays on special teams, and then we did allow ourselves to get that big play finally for Niblet. Great blocking, running down the sideline. Like that is the one. If you're gonna have one kick return, that's the one you want in the middle of Red River. Like that puts you in a different light for Texas fans when that happens. Like that is his coming out party, if you will, as a kick returner. Like it was just big.
They are crying so much about that block in the back that didn't get called.
I'm shocked.
That would have changed the game.
I'm shocked.
Okay.
I'm shocked.
Yeah.
I'm shocked. Oklahoma crying after they did a whole lot of trash talk. A whole lot of trash talk the entire week. Like they were the most confident they have been in a very long time, which I don't know why, because again, you didn't score a touchdown. Like, how do you go 3 out of the last 4 games without scoring a touchdown? Like, how do you do that?
Yeah,
they're bad.
Yeah, that's great. That's crazy.
It needs to be the goal to keep that streak going.
That's right. Like next year. No, hey guys, we're not talking about like winning and losing here. We're gonna win. It's just whether or not they score a touchdown. Like even if like next game, if they happen to score a touchdown next game, I feel like Texas will give a special Olympics award for them for scoring a touchdown finally. Like, congratulations, you guys finally learned how to play football. Like great. Like
it's crazy. It's crazy with this game how I know Herb Street mentioned it, where it's like, dude, there's always that one play that you can really pinpoint as being like the play of the entire game, and it's always kind of like an uninspected player. I feel like last year was Bolden getting down there in the corner of the end zone on that fumble and recovering that, and then Niblet in this game, kind of not the guy that TJ expected it apparently, but not a guy that anybody really circled as was going to be an X factor in this game. ends up making one, the biggest play of the game. And I feel like at that moment, the momentum was gone, gone for OU at that point. Texas was rolling at that point. So it's just crazy. This game always has a moment where you're just like, I didn't expect that dude to do that, but he just stepped up, and now he's going to be remembered for a long time. It's always that kind of play that happens in this game, which makes it so much fun to see.
Yeah, I agree.
Marcus Johnson's the player that stands out to me on that thought. Don't remember Marcus Johnson, the wide receiver?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he hadn't done a lot, but then the Red River game came out, and he had like 2 awesome touchdowns. And anytime I think of this game, I think of that dude.
My favorite play was Arch taking off on the run. Has the mindset still to stay in bounds and jumps up and just waves goodbye to all the haters. That was not just to Oklahoma, to be clear. That wave was to an entire nation that has been dogging him for weeks. So good for him. Glad he was able to get that done. Happy for Arch to go into his first Red River and be able to don that golden hat. That's the best feeling ever. So,
yeah,
dude, seeing him celebrate with the hat, I was just like, God, this dude needed this. You could just feel it, that like him celebrating. It was a lot of fun to watch him with the hat down the field. It's just like, dude, with how much crap that he's been getting this entire season, it's got to be so satisfying getting a win against your rival like this.
Oh yeah.
It was. You sent that meme last night, like laying in bed, looking at all the content. Well, I was literally laying in bed, exact same thing. I was like 3 hours later of scrolling. I could do it for hours, man.
I do see producer Joe in the chat. 3 beers, 4 beers.
We gotta get Joe.
Oh yes, absolutely. Joe's got to get on here.
Joe's got to jump on for half the season or something.
Trey Wisner, dog. Arch Manning, dog.
Dude, that was a blast getting a chance to have Joe and Mark on there yesterday.
There it is. There it is.
Having those two guys on there with us, with how much they've supported us throughout this entire thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was fun to all be on there together and just act a fool in that second half and have a good time, man. I had a blast. That was the funnest game of the year by far. It's just a satisfying game because it went how we thought it would, and that's always nice whenever you have an expectation and the team just meets it, So it was a blast of a game, dude.
All right, so let's go over score prediction, or not score predictions, the game picks from last week. Seth goes 3-0 again. Seth goes 3-0. The Cover Hogs again destroy me. I don't know why I ever choose against them. This is the reason why. I'm not an Arkansas fan. I tried to get away from it. Like, sure, certainly Tennessee is going to show up. And no, they just did not do that. I don't get it, but it is what it is.
Strange.
Yeah. UNT.
The UNT pick was rough.
I've talked about this for you guys for the last like 3 weeks. Don't pick a Friday game. And I didn't realize it was on Friday. The second I saw it was a Friday game, I was like, oh, this is going to be bad. And that was supposed to be a really good game. And I mean, I think they lost by 34 points, and they scored. UNT scored 34 points. That was an absolute atrocious pick there.
Did you see the South Florida player after the game? He had it was like a coaching board, and he was like, y'all should have went to class. Because they freaking canceled class all day on Friday so they could pack the stadium. I was like, God dang, dude, that's embarrassing for them.
Yeah, that's not a great look. What did let's see? Tech won by Tech smoked.
Tech smoked.
What about Georgia Tech?
They won by 15. So I got that one by a half, and then
look at Jono and Seth going 3-0.
No, I didn't get Bama. Bama won by 3.
Oh, that's right.
3.5.
That's right. Yeah.
One by a half and lost one by a half.
Yeah, it's close, man. So I went 2-1.
Yeah, well, you could be me. I need to stick to player props, I guess, because this ain't working. So Jono goes 2-1. Seth goes 3-0. I go 1 and 2 again. I'm changing the wrong thing, but that's okay. Well, all right. So let's get to the hungover player of the game, sponsored by Corona. Thank you so much, Corona, for being a sponsor of the show. Um, boys, what's your most hungover player of the game?
Most hungover? Oh, I picked Shipley as most hungover player
Okay,
of the game.
okay.
I mean, on such a high, it was hard to pick anybody for most hungover. He doinked one and then had a short kick. So yeah, he was kind of the only thing I could settle on for most hungover.
I just swore that long kick was going in.
Yeah.
And
Right?
it was very short.
I was
Whenever-
celebrating it. I was like, yes. And
Yeah.
then like realized like, oh, that's our own end zone.
Yeah, yeah. I had the Cowboys fan watching, named Aubrey, just kicking everything. I'm just so used to seeing that when I saw the ball up in the air, it was it was just there. Victor stealing my most hungover. I'll choose a different one, but yes, that is correct. John O, most hungover horn of the game.
Can I pick myself?
Eight beers.
I was strangely hungover at 10 o'clock last night. I was like, oh no, this is not going to be good. My most hungover long run, it's hard, dude. This all around, a lot of guys played well in this game, but since I got to choose somebody, a little disappointing game. I know he did well in some of the run blocking, but injuries with another kind of lackluster performance, didn't get any separation. I know he didn't get a whole lot of targets either. 2 catches for 4 yards. Just feels like he's like on the brink of having some kind of breakout game. We keep talking about every week that he's going to do something, and he's just been quiet. So I'm going to go with him as the most hungover of the day.
My most hungover not player, the Arch haters, including Texas fans. The Arch and the Sark haters, those are going to be the most hungover because they wanted both of them to be either on the bench or gone and not coaching anymore. So you can all suck it. You can enjoy the ride or get off, go sell all your merchandise. I don't care. But this is a team we got. This is a team we're going to back up. So my most hungover would be the haters of the Arch fan, or of the Arch Manning and the Sarkeesian. Go screw yourself. Okay, that's my most hungover. Now we will transition to the horniest Longhorn of the game. Boys, who is your horniest Longhorn of the game?
Put the whole D line.
Okay.
Specifically Colin Simmons, but the whole D line. Yeah, just bringing the pressure, making Mateer's day a hell.
Jono.
I'm going to go with a dude that I have critiqued a lot this season and been pretty angry at a lot of the season. But I'm going to go with Wisner, man. He was the workhorse that we saw last year. I don't think we win that game if he doesn't have that performance he has yesterday. He opened up a lot, and he took a lot of pressure off Arch being able to establish a run game. So I'm going Wisner.
I'm going to have to go two now because you guys didn't say the clearest ones of them all. Malik Muhammad on the defensive side of the ball and Mr. Arch Manning, the horniest of the horny, getting up after that slide, giving a wave to all the haters. Big text in the chat, Wisner, dog. There was plenty of picks that we could have had, but those two really stood out for me. I mean, even the offensive line, you could have said there were so many different players. This was a full rounded effort. I think the play calling was great for the coaching staff. I think overall exactly what we needed and what we talked about needed to happen, and especially in special teams. Like Niblet could be one as well. So I think across the board it was just an overall team effort here, and everyone got to wear that golden hat, baby. So that is the most important thing that happens this week. Guess what? After today, nobody cares. We're moving on. We're going to play Kentucky at now 6 p.m. Next Saturday is the game time for the Kentucky game. So got to get ready for that.
Yeah, them coming off a bye week as well, so they've got 2 weeks to prepare for us. We're coming off of obviously an emotional win, so it's gonna be big this week for practice again. The coaches got to get the guys locked back in. We can't be satisfied with just beating OU. We still got a lot of football to play.
Yeah, we got to keep that same mentality. Got to keep the same mentality. You got to go in and act like you're playing Oklahoma every single week. Like we have to keep this for the rest of the season, or we won't be making the playoffs. I think right now we went out easily making the playoffs, in my opinion. They would do the same thing to Notre Dame. Notre Dame wins out with starting 0-2. They're still going to give them a playoff spot. So I think we'll be solidified in, especially the way everyone else is. I mean, look at what were the 6 teams that lost that were ranked this week.
Yeah,
like this college football season, you can tell that the talent is getting spread out more. I mean, just look at the SEC. Like the SEC, it's like a dogfight every single game that we're watching. Auburn, Georgia. Like that game was tied at the halftime. Like, and Auburn was really up most of that first half. Oh, by the way, didn't talk about this. Did y'all see Georgia's antics?
Yeah.
Old Curb.
Oh.
What an idiot, dude! Dude, what a jet! He's like, from what I've seen, now he's trying to say, no, I wasn't trying to say I'm clapping. I'm trying to say that the defense was clapping. So, someone else want to chime in on that because
I can hear.
I don't know who the hell Big Brother. You know what? We can pull up stats here, little brother. We can pull up game footage of you guys singing about Texas for 14 years and never playing us. Every single game you sing about us. So who's really the big brother here and who's really the little brother? I heard Mo Bamba playing again. Who'd he play for? Oh, that's right, Texas. So congratulations. You didn't have to play him in the swamp. I argued with all my Aggie buddies yesterday also. Yeah, you guys didn't have to play in the swamp. They had 6 extra people on the injured list. Great win, I guess, but different team. Different team. So
let Jordan talk. He guaranteed me he's going to be at the game in Austin this year. So
okay, no, that's fine. We'll do that. We'll do that. By the way, Jordan, we were told about your take. Sark confirmed not in the hot seat. Confirmed. So we heard that take as well. Yeah. We can show you how to win at the swamp if you like. Look at the team you played last year in the swamp. We smoked them last year. So let's not do this. All right. I'm gonna have to relax. I'll save it for November. I'll save it. But yeah, back to Kirby Smart. There was the timeout thing was crazy, and then also, how do you not call that a touchdown for Auburn? Did y'all see that play?
Yes.
Yeah, it looked like the ball broke the plane.
10 minutes reviewing that play and clearly broke the plane.
Sounds like your full take. He said if we lose, that Sark would be in the hot seat. Is that correct, Seth? Is that not what you said?
That it would be the beginning of the end.
The beginning of the end. Well, it's already the beginning of the end.
We were going to win, but that if we lost, that he would lose the locker room and it would be the beginning of the end.
Lose the locker room is the last thing Sark's doing. I'm going to tell you right now. It's called culture. Okay? That's a difference. The culture that those guys have Sark's back left and right. I don't want to hear it. You can talk from the outside all you want, but it's just not true. And we're not sponsored by Grindr, so I don't know what to tell you. So,
yeah, they said that last 2 minutes of that half for Georgia Auburn was 30 minutes. Took 30 minutes because of all the reviews and all of the delays in the game. I was like, dude, what the heck is going on there? But yeah, that was strange. I thought the ball, looking at the replay, it looked like the ball broke the plane.
No, it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't close.
When it got knocked out. So that's interesting to turn that call.
I mean, it's not. Yeah. It's Georgia. Did you see him get on top of the table and start doing his little visor dance again at the end of the game as well? Guy's a clown, dude.
Yeah,
I can't stand. I may go visor for the Georgia game just so I can dance like that at the end of the game. Maybe I may go visor. I wonder if Last Stand Hats has a visor. Hey, Mike, need a visor for the Texas game in Georgia. So I will be doing that. All right, you guys got anything else before we head out?
We decided where we're watching Kentucky.
We have not yet. We will decide offline. Everyone will find out on Thursday. We will.
Okay.
You know a way to find out. Make sure to follow us on our socials. Go to guysoftexas.com. Follow us on all of our socials, on TikTok, on Instagram, on Twitter. If you missed us on TikTok yesterday, you have to go follow us because that will be happening again, and that's the Guys of Texas After Dark. Like, that is a wild podcast, and it was a blast. So we will be doing that more. But yeah, we haven't figured it out yet. I think so. We were talking about going camping, right? My opinion is we do that 2 weeks from now because it's still gonna be 90 degrees next weekend. So I think for the Mississippi State game.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, for the Mississippi. Yeah. We're next week we play Kentucky, and then we play Mississippi State the 25th. So I think the 25th is when we do that. We'll have a camp stream. Hey, you guys want to join us? We could all have another podcast and bring everybody camping. It'd be a blast. Joe, we'll see you there. All right, you guys got anything else?
No, man. Just gonna go scroll and like a whole lot more things on Twitter.
It's so much fun, dude. It's so much fun. Like, I just had so much bookmarked.
It was a fun game, man. Like I said, funnest game of the year by far. We all needed it.
Yep. Yes, we did.
I need to get on Twitter and go look at what you've been replying to.
I got tame. I only did a couple of them. So, yeah, I only did a couple, but it was. I mean, the first one I sent y'all. I responded to Last Stand Hats, who's Jeff Ketchum had a tweet that he created from Orange Bloods, and so he was sending receipts. I said, now show CJ's score prediction, and he just tagged CJ in it. So yeah, it's yeah. Look, no one's safe. I don't care if you cover Texas or not. You're not safe. All right. Talk trash about my football team coming at you. So. All right, well, please make sure you go to, if you haven't done so already, go to laststandhats.com. Use promo code TheGuys for 20% off. Go get your hats now. And then thank you so much for Corona for being a sponsor of the show. We will see you guys on Thursday to talk about the Kentucky game. We'll see you then. Until then, hook 'em horns, baby.